How to stop overthinking. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Channie English. I'm really happy you're here today. If you've ever spent hours thinking about one small problem, replaying the same conversation in your mind, or worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet, then today's lesson is for you. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever stayed awake at night because you couldn't stop thinking? Maybe you kept asking yourself, did I say something wrong? What if I fail? What if people don't like me? What if everything goes wrong? If your answer is yes, you're not alone. Almost everyone overthinks sometimes. But what exactly is overthinking? And more importantly, how can we stop it? Let's explore together. Overthinking means thinking about the same problem again and again without finding a solution. Instead of helping us, our thoughts become like a circle with no ending. We repeat the same questions, but we imagine different situations. We create problems that may never happen. Have you ever finished a conversation and then spent hours thinking about every word you said? Maybe someone looked serious and you immediately thought, are they angry with me? Did I make a mistake? But the next day you discovered they were simply tired. Nothing was wrong. Your mind created a problem that didn't exist. Why does this happen? Our brains are designed to protect us. Long ago, humans had to watch for danger every day. If they ignored possible risks, they might not survive. Although our lives are much safer today, our brains still search for possible problems. The difference is that now, many of those dangers exist only in our imagination. Instead of worrying about wild animals, we worry about exams. Instead of worrying about finding food, we worry about making mistakes at work. Instead of worrying about storms, we worry about what other people think about us. Our brain doesn't always know the difference between a real danger and an imagined one. That's why overthinking feels so real. Let me ask you another question. Has overthinking ever solved your problem? Take a moment to think about it. Maybe worrying made you feel prepared. But did it actually change the future? Most of the time, the answer is no. Overthinking doesn't solve problems. It only makes today's peace disappear. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day. At first, it feels manageable. But after hours of walking, your shoulders begin to hurt. Your body becomes tired. Your steps become slower. Overthinking works in exactly the same way. Every unnecessary thought becomes another stone inside your backpack. Little by little, life feels heavier. One of the biggest reasons people overthink is because they want everything to be perfect. They want to make the perfect decision. Say the perfect words. Choose the perfect career. Find the perfect relationship. But here's something important to remember. Perfection doesn't exist. Every successful person has made mistakes. Every confident speaker has felt nervous. Every expert was once a beginner. Making mistakes isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're learning. So instead of asking, what if I fail? Try asking, what if I learn something valuable? That single question can completely change your mindset. Another common reason for overthinking is trying to control things we cannot control. Can you control what everyone thinks about you? No. Can you control tomorrow? No. Can you control every result in your life? Of course not. So why spend today's energy worrying about things beyond your control? A better question is, what can I control today? You can control your attitude. You can control your effort. You can control your actions. And that's enough. Sometimes we spend so much time thinking that we forget to take action. Imagine someone who wants to learn English. They spend weeks searching for the perfect textbook. The perfect app. The perfect teacher. The perfect study plan. But they never actually begin studying. Meanwhile, another person starts with a simple notebook and studies 20 minutes every day. After 1 year, who do you think speaks better English? The answer is obvious. Action beats overthinking every single time. Successful people don't always have better ideas. Very often, they simply start before they feel completely ready. So don't wait until everything feels perfect. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start today. Because every small action is stronger than 1,000 worried thoughts. Let's continue with another question. Have you ever worried about something that never happened? Maybe you thought you would fail an exam. Maybe you believed your presentation would be a disaster. Maybe you were afraid someone would reject you. Then, when the day finally came, everything turned out much better than you expected. Does that sound familiar? This happens because our brains often imagine the worst-case scenario. When we don't know what will happen, our minds try to fill in the missing information. Unfortunately, they usually fill it with fear instead of hope. Imagine you're waiting for an important email. After 1 hour, you haven't received a reply. Your mind immediately starts asking questions. Did I write something wrong? Maybe they don't like me. Perhaps I didn't get the job. But there could be many simple explanations. Maybe the manager is busy. Maybe the email hasn't been read yet. Maybe they are waiting for approval before replying. The truth is, we often create stories without having all the facts. That's why it's important to separate facts from imagination. When you catch yourself overthinking, stop for a moment and ask, what do I actually know? Not, what am I afraid might happen? This small question can help you see the situation more clearly. Another powerful way to stop overthinking is to focus on the present moment. Many people spend too much time living in yesterday or tomorrow. They regret mistakes from the past. They worry about problems in the future. As a result, they forget to enjoy today. But today is the only moment we can truly live. You cannot change yesterday. You cannot control tomorrow. But you can make good choices today. Take a deep breath. Look around you. Listen to the sounds. Feel the air. Notice the little things that you usually ignore. The present moment is often much more peaceful than the thoughts inside our heads. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat quietly without looking at your phone? Many of us wake up and immediately check social media. We compare ourselves with other people. We read bad news. We answer messages. Our brains become busy before the day even begins. Perhaps that's one reason we feel mentally tired all the time. Giving your mind a short break every day is not a waste of time. It is necessary. Even 10 minutes of walking, reading, listening to music, or simply sitting quietly can help your mind become calmer. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. If you never let it rest, it becomes exhausted. There is another habit that can help a lot. Write your thoughts down. Instead of keeping every worry inside your head, put it on paper. Sometimes our problems feel huge because they keep spinning around in our minds. Once we write them down, they suddenly become much clearer. You may even realize that some of your worries are much smaller than you first believed. Writing also helps you organize your thoughts. Instead of thinking about 10 problems at the same time, you can focus on solving one problem at a time. That feels much less stressful. Finally, remember that nobody has everything figured out. Even successful people feel uncertain. Even confident people have moments of fear. Even experienced people make mistakes. The difference is that they don't allow fear to stop them from taking action. They understand that action creates confidence, not the other way around. Every time you face a challenge instead of avoiding it, your confidence grows a little stronger. Every small victory teaches your brain that you are capable of handling difficult situations. Slowly, overthinking begins to lose its power. Before we finish today's lesson, I'd like to leave you with one simple thought. Your mind is a wonderful tool. It can help you learn, create, solve problems, and achieve amazing things. But your mind should be your helper, not your prison. Don't spend today's happiness worrying about tomorrow's problems. Instead, focus on what you can do right now. Take one small step, then another, and another. Progress doesn't come from thinking forever. It comes from taking action. So the next time you catch yourself overthinking, stop for a moment and ask yourself, is this thought helping me, or is it only making me more afraid? That single question may change the way you think forever. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this lesson has helped you improve your English and given you a little more peace of mind. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another lesson from Channie English. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you overthink a lot? What helps you calm your mind? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. This is Channie English. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.